Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into some really practical longevity tweaks. Simple, easy, little changes you can start making right away if you want to boost your odds of hitting that 100-year mark.
I'm all ears on this. So many of these tweaks feel like something anyone can do, right?
Absolutely, yep. One of the first points is about cutting back on sugar gradually. Instead of a full-blown sugar detox, you swap out one drink at a time, like trading a soda for some flavored sparkling water or unsweetened tea, which makes the process kinder to your taste buds and your body.
Right. It's a lot less daunting than completely wiping sugar off your plate overnight.
Exactly, exactly. And then there's the idea of adding an extra 15 minutes of sleep each week. Just a little bit extra. Thinking of it like slowly stacking extra minutes until you hit that ideal 7 to 9 hours each night.
Yeah, that incremental approach is super relatable. I mean, it's like every little extra rest counts, especially when sleep is basically the foundation for a healthy life, right?
Yes, yup. And moving on, they suggest introducing a new healthy food to your diet rather than just cutting things out. It's a positive twist. Imagine adding omega-3 rich foods, fermented goodies, and high-fiber options.
Yeah, like tossing in some walnuts or even a bit of kimchi. Exactly, rather than feeling deprived, you get an excitement in exploring new tastes and textures.
And next, there's the simple joy of taking a walk. It's not about rigorous exercise every day, but rather embedding extra movement into daily life, like parking a bit farther or catching up with a friend while strolling.
Yep, no marathon training required, just some good old-fashioned walking. Yeah, moving naturally can, really awaken both your body and mind.
Then, another change is about drinking more water. The advice is to keep a glass of water by your bed and hydrate first thing in the morning.
Hydration really is the unsung hero behind digestion and metabolism. True, but I wonder if just adding 1 or 2 glasses is enough to really make a difference in overall cellular function.
That's a fair point, but the idea is to start small and then gradually increase water intake as a habit. And research often points to a cumulative benefit over time.
Right, tiny tweaks lead to big results eventually.
Right on. And then there's the great benefit of meditation. They recommend just 5 minutes before bed. A little practice can help with stress reduction and improve your sleep quality.
Yeah, 5 minutes seems approachable, even on the busiest of days. Exactly, it's like a mini reset button before you sleep.
Another neat tip is incorporating strength training. Simple exercises like squats and push-ups. It's all about compound movements that work multiple muscle groups at once, aimed at preserving muscle mass and bone health as you age.
That makes sense. It's like treating your body as a machine that needs regular maintenance.
Definitely. And next up is cooking more at home. Instead of grabbing takeout, cooking lets you control ingredients and cut down on those processed additives and excess salt.
Yeah, plus it can be fun to experiment with recipes, right? Absolutely. Home cooking is both a healthy choice and a creative outlet.
And finally, finding an active hobby is encouraged. Whether it's a game of pickleball, gardening, or even a bit of dancing in the living room, the key is to stay active and enjoy the movement.
Right, being active with friends or family even adds social connections that are so important for longevity. Exactly, social interaction itself is a huge booster for overall well-being.
It's fascinating how each of these changes is so manageable individually, yet together, they build a robust lifestyle that favors a long, healthy life.
Absolutely, it's the cumulative effect. Each baby step is like, well, a building block. And it almost feels like a journey where you're constantly in progress, right?
Yep, it's like gradually constructing your personal roadmap to longevity. Instead of overhauling everything at once, you add one small change, then another, and each builds upon the last.
It's a very approachable way to see progress.
What I really found interesting is how this approach taps into human nature. We're more likely to stick with habits that are small and seamlessly fit into our routine.
True, huge changes can feel overwhelming, but these little shifts can really lay the groundwork for lasting improvements. I do wonder sometimes if the impact is significant enough. Like, does swapping one sugary drink really cut down inflammation meaningfully? Well, research and expert opinions suggest that even minor reductions can, over time, ease chronic inflammation, which is a big culprit in many age-related issues. Right? It's a long game.
Precisely. And small wins create momentum. Plus, you're not forcing yourself into a rigid regime. You're just tweaking your daily routine gradually.
I appreciate that approach. A flexible, manageable process rather than an all-or-nothing lifestyle overhaul.
And the beauty here is that it encourages incremental change. Like, one week you cut a bit of sugar, next week you add 15 extra minutes of sleep, and before you know it, these become habits.
Exactly. Those habits compound over time, like interest on a savings account for your health. It kind of reminds me of that saying, great oaks from little acorns grow. Little choices today pave the way for a healthier tomorrow.
Right, and with these 9 simple changes, it's like you're constructing a healthier, stronger foundation for a long life. Even if each step seems small, they collectively set you on a path toward living to 100.
Yeah, and they're all actionable today. No drastic measures required.
Exactly, and I think that's the real beauty of this approach. Making longevity accessible by, breaking it down into bite-sized, everyday decisions.
Well said. I love how practical it is. Overall, these small tweaks seem to pack a punch when combined.
Yep, sometimes the tiny changes are the ones that truly lead to a big difference in overall health. And, well, that wraps up our discussion on these 9 easy changes toward a longer, healthier life. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, it's been an enlightening chat. Here's to making those small changes for a big impact.